A stream of consciousness.
Inspired by one word.
Hi, this is One Word Breakdown. I'm C1.
And I'm C2. What's our word? Shall we see?
Let's see, let's see. Do you see how I was like,
Oh, look, that would have been fun. Announcement.
announcement. Ooh, Saved by the Bell.
Oh.
Nothing is good. Nothing is good as
Dedicate.
good. Oh, dedicate.
Dedicate.
Yay.
Yay. What's
Oh. I mean, like, I hate to go back to the Mormon crap right away.
That's immediately what I thought.
Is it really? That's what I used growing up. Dedicate was always like, oh, when is the temple getting dedicated? Dedicate this, dedicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because dedicate is a verb. Dedicated, you're dedicated to somebody.
Adjective.
Yeah. But dedicate is when using that, the most times I've used that in my life is because we are going to dedicate a temple.
Yeah. Or like, I dedicate myself to you, my liege.
Lord. Yeah. Yeah.
So I went to a dedication, and I think it was for the Juarez, Mexico temple. And
Nice.
yeah, but like they had satellite locations, so where like I wasn't even at the temple, but I still had to be worthy to go because it was like a temple dedication, and it was at the stake center, and I still had to like show my temple recommend even though it was just at the stake center. It's really weird.
Temple. Okay, I was trying to explain to a group of adults, my chorale group. We went and hung out at my voice teacher's house for a little while, just for like a Christmas get together and whatever, like at ending of the season. And I was just explaining to them the concept of sitting temple worthiness interviews. And how your children do that. And I was telling them all about, like, you're 12 years old and you go in this room to be, to be asked questions about your worthiness. And they talk to you about your freaking sex life. They ask you sexual questions at 12.
That's true.
Like, how many times have you heard the word heavy petting and not understood what the heck that was? Or the law of chastity? How many times do you talk about the law of chastity before age 12? And then have to answer questions about it. It's weird.
That's weird.
It's so weird.
And it's
they were just like blown away. I'm like, yeah, you're like this little kid. You're in this room alone with an old dude who's just like an accountant, and for some reason has been called to bishop. And then you're just sitting there in this room, and he's like, so you masturbate? And you're like freaking, like, you're like, no. I mean, I can't even imagine. My son is 14. I told him, you are not allowed to be in another room with an adult ever. Much less am I going to give you over to some random dude at a church who's going to ask you questions about the way that you think and feel in your sexual activity. No.
Weird.
But it's just part of the culture, so you get used to it, and everybody just like, oh yeah, that's what we do.
Thinks it's weird until you realize it, and you're like, "Well, that's super weird."
Yeah. It's super weird.
Yeah.
Super inappropriate. Super creepy. So yeah.
Yeah, I was reading about the cult that Amy Coney Barrett's part of. Like this.
Oh no! Really?
Yeah, the Supreme Court Justice Amy Barrett. Amy Coney.
I don't know her.
So she's part of this, like, what is it called? It's like people, I gotta look it up. It's like people in something. And they have to do whatever their head says. Like whatever their, like the head of the family is the husband. So she would have to do whatever her husband says. And then her husband would have to do whatever like his head says.
How does a person like that even have a job? Like, how did she even get to be?
The
You
people
know,
of praise. That's what it is. The people of praise.
ew, gross. I'm surprised that she's able to even hold a job. You
Well,
know,
they could control her, and thus they control like the Supreme Court. Like it's not a surprise. This is the only woman that the Republican Party put forward. This is someone who could be totally controlled based on her religion.
that sounds familiar. Yeah, it would have to be. Oh, geez, that's so gross. Ugh.
This is disgusting, everybody. So here we
I
go.
have one. I don't know where. I think I know where it is. We could toast
Oh my gosh, let's toast and force
a
ourselves
virtual
drink
a
it.
virtual
Yeah,
toast.
yeah, let's do it.
Ew, okay, let me go get it.
Hello,
Hold, please. Keep our listeners entertained.
my baby. Hello, darling. Hello, my ragtime gal. Send me a kiss by wire. Baby, my heart's on fire. If you refuse me, honey, you lose me. Then you'll be left alone. No, baby, telephone and tell me I'm your own. Spaceball.
Good work, good work. Okay, this says, oh, this is from Halloween. This is how much this is all the alcohol I've had in my house. And this is, I've kept it.
Nice.
Yeah, literally the same one.
Really, never really
This
kept
is
alcohol ever, but it's cute.
No, neither of us do. This is from a coworker. Halloween isn't just for candy anymore. Drink up. And then she gave us some other kind of something I have in my work bag I've never taken out. All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. How much
It's for you, coworker.
try to do?
Well, you've already had some, so do I need to catch up?
No, I had a sip.
Okay, ready? What are we toasting to?
Shoot, I don't know.
This year has been the greatest year of change and growth and cutting the shit out of life. That's what we're toasting to. The year of 2021. Suck it.
Cinnamon Red Hots.
Here we go. Ugh. Why? Why? I mean, it's okay.
More. You went for more.
Oh, and then I didn't want to swallow it. It was just sitting in my mouth.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Okay. It's so freaking gross. I hate alcohol. I hate it. We did it. This is how much we drank. Oh. Yeah, I know. You don't even want to swallow because you know it's gonna burn and it's gross.
I'm gonna burn it. Be like old man.
Do you know I have this grand idea for did I tell you my idea about a Nobel Peace Prize winner?
What? No.
Okay, so I keep notes on my own version of a stand-up I want to do one day, which I'll never do. But it's like funny jokes that I think they're really funny.
Please stand up routine.
And so one of my things is when this was in my mouth and I didn't want to swallow it, it reminded me of other things that go in my mouth that I do not want to swallow, and I don't swallow it. Fuck off. It's disgusting. Oops, sorry. So we'll edit that out. So my idea is we give all these Nobel Peace Prizes to these random things and books and science and all these things, and they do help our society. But you know what would really help our society? If you could make sperm taste like Dr. Pepper, or like maybe just anything but sperm.
And how would that
And then
feel better?
because I feel like it would be
Like what is
it doesn't, but
what
that would directly affect
prize
every
part?
single this would directly affect every single human that is involved with a male. I think it would change things. I think it would make a big change.
So
You
who's
could
benefiting more? The person who's doing the imbibing or the person who will get more sucky because it's not as horrible?
Both. Do you see? Both.
So
Now
couples
there is a technique
are just
you can. It just
healing, moving forward.
even if you don't swallow that shit, it still tastes gross. No matter what you say. Like some people are like, oh, I like it. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh no,
It's fine.
That's all wrong.
People say they do. You don't. You're just trying to be cool, and you're not cool. So don't. There are techniques you can
Grossed
use.
out by it, but that's not the same as liking it. You
No.
know, if there was like a little Gerber baby jar of cum sitting on the deck
Stop. Stop.
that you
Stop.
like, oh, delectable. I will
No.
delectate myself.
Let me tell you something. That's the shittiest part about that. I like the precursor to that. Great. Love it. That happens. I'll keep going. Don't worry, fellas. Everything's all right. But I ain't swallowing my shit. It's nasty. It's nasty. I did not mean for this to take that turn. But there you go.
Me.
Cheers.
So I was happy. I was happy that you kept going because it's always that's turning something south.
Okay, you want to know another one of my jokes?
Wait, I didn't hear
My
that.
other joke is, I wonder, my other joke is lesbian couples. Or,
Wait. What was the first joke?
oh, my Nobel Prize. I would have set it up differently. This was just the precursor. I don't have it all written out. But like, you know, real Nobel Prizes that actually affect our daily lives, right? Okay. Here's another one. Lesbian couples. And I'm not talking about gay couples, lesbian couples specifically. Who gets the remote? Dudes always capture the remote. They're the remote hogs. I have to set up. I'm failing miserably. I'm glad I tried this out on you because clearly my stand-up is not going to be a winner.
Not yet. But
I could polish it up
I think so.
by precursoring, like taking out the trash and like all these things. But like,
Yes.
it's the little things. Like, you know, there's like male and female typical traits, and everybody talks about that. Well, what if there's not that typical trait infused in your relationship? Like, do you actually get equal time with the remote? Because if so, I'm in. I'm in just for that.
That's what's gonna
The most glory. Let me tell you, the best thing about living alone, I watch whatever the hell I want to watch. Me, I choose it. It's a glorious freedom that is often forgotten in relationships.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I want to sit there and binge Dickinson for 2 hours. I'm going to do it.
What is that?
Oh, it's great. It's about Emily Dickinson. It's on Apple TV. And they infuse, like, it's set period piece, but they infuse modern language, they infuse modern feeling and modern music, and it's really cool. I really like it. It's a great show. Yeah. Yeah. But is a dude gonna sit there and watch 2 hours of Dickinson with me? No.
No.
And fine. Don't.
Yeah.
I will watch the funny stuff with you. We can. I'm talking to nobody because I don't have anybody. But if we're as a person.
That is,
Huh?
except for your fireball that you're still
Which is open.
Yeah.
I'm trying to gather the strength or the courage to have a little bit more.
Oh my gosh. I preheated my oven for a pizza and I'm so tempted to go put my pizza in.
Go, I can entertain. I have enchiladas in the oven that I cooked and I didn't eat. I'm hungry.
Crowd with. Okay, guys, so let me tell you what happened last week. I gotta tell you what happened last week. So
We're late.
What?
We're late coming out with the
We're late.
show because
The show because we recorded last week. And I had a breakthrough. Oh, there she goes. Oh.
Okay, go. No more.
I brought Dick Gustin back. So Dick Gustin
Yep.
my drag king character came back he came back with a vengeance. So I brought Dick out, and Dick had a lot to say to his wife.
He did.
Dick had so much to say to his wife, Cheryl, that Dick decided not to publish. So, but we missed him. And it was a really good episode. So the producer in me wants it to be out.
Yeah.
But the lover in me knows better.
Nope. Yep. And I respect that. We all respect that. We all 12 of us.
Want to know the voyeur, all 12 of us respect it.
Oh, seriously.
So, Queen, what do you dedicate yourself to?
Well, right now I'm trying to dedicate myself to myself.
In what way?
Yeah. Making sure that I set boundaries and I'm living like I want to, and that I am taking care of some directives that I'm working through with my therapist, which are really great to heal parts of me that I just haven't wanted to or paid attention to or known that were there.
Yeah.
So that's been good. Yeah. And then the things I dedicate to myself, like that's just a kind of a temporary, in terms of lifespan, that's a temporary thing. But I'm working on it and it feels really good. But I'm very dedicated to, I love my job so much. So I'm dedicated to that. I'm dedicated to obviously my family, but less of them this year.
Less of them this year.
Less family.
Less under the Christmas tree for my daughter this year.
Yeah. Oh. So much. But my son, I only have 3.5 more years and then he's out of the house, and so it'll be a different dedication to him, right?
Yeah, it's wild.
Yes, very wild. Very wild. So yeah, I dedicate a lot of time to the gym.
Yeah.
As that's more sharpening the saw stuff than anything. And I've been dedicating more time to sleep, which is fabulous.
That is fabulous.
Yeah, it's really great.
You need to get there.
Man, it's nice. Like last night I went to bed so early, and I didn't go to the gym today because my body was like I had pushed it too hard the last couple of days. So I was like, oh, okay. So I just let myself rest, and I slept until 7. And I woke up right 1 minute before my alarm, which was awesome. I love it when that happens because then you don't feel like you've been woken up. You just wake up naturally, which usually doesn't happen unless it's a weekend.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Although you probably get woken up on the daily.
Yes.
With little people.
Like over here trying to fight the jealousy. I'm just like, oh,
sorry.
Inside, I'm like, I'm gonna kill you. Just kidding. Okay. But speaking of, let's take a look at my hair.
I'm feeling it. This is some samurai action you've got going on.
Underneath my hoodie. This is it. And I dedicate myself to non-dedication. And I think many times how beautiful I would be if I dedicated myself to putting my makeup and doing my hair. And I do my hair, put on makeup like once a year. And when I do that, I think to myself, wow.
You're a boss.
Still get it.
Yeah.
And then I say, see you next year.
But here's the deal. When you go to bed at night, you just go to bed.
It's true.
And that's lovely.
But maybe I would go to bed a little more if it wasn't once a year that I looked presentable.
Not true.
Well, presentable is relative, like seriously.
It is. It is.
But I mean, I could pull it. I could pull interest when I'm done with that. And you wouldn't know it.
Yeah, you can.
You wouldn't know it based
Yes,
on
you would.
the beauty you see before you. Oh my gosh. I went to the doctor today
Oh,
and like just for my annual.
the woman doc.
No, not the gyno.
Oh, regular doc. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and what's so stupid is you can literally walk in there. So as a fat person, it's going to the doctor is impossible because they don't like, they're actively shocked if you don't have markers of fatness, like if you don't have high blood pressure, like lipid panel or like whatever. So I'm like super duper healthy. I have great blood pressure. I have a great lipid panel, great sugars. I have all of it. I get it tested all the time. I'm just fat.
Get it. Okay.
And so they want it to be a problem and they're like actively angry when it's not. And
Actively angry.
not angry, but they're
But
like, they're like,
surprised?
so yeah, well, it's never not a problem. Like if you're, it's like never not a problem. It's like I'm talking about, oh yeah, I've been suicidal and like I've been, you know, my knees, I can't like do anything because I fell on my knees and I have this flesh eating crazy thing on the side of my boob, like, and all that crazy shit. And the only thing that's engaged is, so when are you gonna start losing this weight? And I'm like, I swear to hell.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious. You fat? I'm not even that fat. Like I can't even imagine what it's like for like fat. I'm just like American fat.
Do they say it to fat people? You think too?
I'm certain.
Or do they just like?
No, I'm certain.
You stated all of these things. You have a flesh-eating bacteria on your boob. You have boob bacteria.
I think
bacteria.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's
Did they talk about it?
I can show it. Let's see if I can show it.
I have a burn on my boob. We can both show boob stuff.
Okay. That.
What is that? It's like a boil.
It's not a
What
boil.
is that?
It's flat. It's not a boil. It's
What is it?
flat.
It's fat.
Flat. Like flat.
Oh, flat.
Yeah. I don't know.
What is it?
Okay, my point is, you know, they kind of address it, but I find the fact that I'm like, oh, I'm suicidal, not sure about my meds. Like,
Yeah. Skipped over that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like, by the way, it's fat. I'm like, yeah, I know. Look. Like, yeah.
You're like, by the way, you can look in the mirror.
Yeah,
Thanks.
I have a mirror. Like,
But
my health is fine right now. I realize that I'm not going to be young forever. But
if it's not an issue right now, could you please take care of this random flesh-eating thing on my boob?
is like, these problems of fatness are a problem for not a Colleen with a 5-year-old. These are problems for Colleen with a teenager that's like going with her on these excursions or something. But right now, I am going to eat whatever I want because
There you go. Yeah.
being
Okay, I still want to ask you about the boil thing. It's not a boil, but the boil thing. What is happening? What did they give you?
I don't know.
They didn't give you anything?
Yes, I got something. So
I
they,
coordinated.
yeah, well, they didn't know if it was like a fungal something or like some steroidal needy something. Like I don't even know. So I'm really shaking my head a lot because I like to see the like.
I like it too. I like it when you're doing it. It's feeding like something in me.
Yeah, it's fun. It's like bam, 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 bam.
I need like one to go with it.
Oh my gosh, can you?
Yeah, hold on. Let me get one.
Okay, great.
I'm gonna get one.
Great.
Okay. This is my little hair thing.
Gosh. Yes.
Okay, here, I'll join you.
Okay, yes.
Okay, so anyway.
Amazing products, like these amazing little things. They're like, oh my, yes, you're so cool. Okay, so these little thingies, you check them out. I'm obsessed with them. I'm obsessed with them. So this is what's holding my hair.
What is that? Oh, yeah, I've seen those.
And it doesn't hurt me. Like it disperses the weight or something. I don't know what.
Does it usually hurt when you have your hair up?
Yeah, or like it. But watch this. So I do a bam bam thing. Let's see, wait. Right? And then when I do it all crazy, like it stays that way and it doesn't feel like it's falling, like it just stays.
That's cool.
It's really cool.
There you go.
What else is really cool?
Look at the size of yours and the size of mine. I have no hair. This is literally all of my ponytail. This is all of my hair. This tiny chunk of nothing.
It's the same amount.
No, your hair is 10 times thicker than mine.
Chris, I mean C1.
You said your own name earlier.
No.
No, go around the edge. Go around here.
It's not about girth.
It is about girth. I was telling somebody about that yesterday. Why are dicks coming up so often in our podcast today? It's not even a podcast. It's called a podcast. This is how big my ponytail is.
Podcast?
Wait. Why is that not working? That's how big my ponytail is.
Okay. Well,
It's nothing. Oh, look, that's pretty cool.
yeah, that's good. It's like flock of
I look like I'm from the 80s now.
Yeah, flock of seagulls. It's so good. Oh yeah, that's the kind of guy I like. I love that hair from the 80s. It's so good.
Anyway.
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
Dum, dum, dum.
Oh my gosh, amazing. What if some Mormon who like doesn't know alcohol very well and like thinks we're drunk now?
Things that we're doing. Yeah. Because I literally feel nothing from
Know
that.
how much it would take, you know, they like
Yeah. They're like, oh my gosh, they had these drinks and then they started doing their hair all crazy and talking about penises.
I don't even know who they are anymore.
What's up, y'all?
I'm just no longer dedicated to your ridiculous organization.
Ridiculous. Okay.
I get it. I was there too. Like, I know.
The thing is that if you were a female,
It's just that it's
and if you're female and you're Mormon, you know there's something wrong.
you know it.
You know it. You feel it with every fiber of your being, as they would say. You feel it and you know it. But you're so afraid because it would ruin your whole family and your whole life and your whole setup and all of your friends, and you would lose everything. If you're that entrenched in it, you lose everything. And that's frightening. So people stay in unhappy marriages, they stay in unhappy situations, and then they defend it to the death. If you put it down in any way. And that's sad. I'm happy. I love my life. It's not like that for me. Yeah. And I believe you. I do believe a lot of them. Still feel like they'd be happier without it. How is any... It's because they have internalized, well, I don't need to run this. I don't need to be leadership. I don't need to do that. Dude, work in business for like half a day, and you will find out real quick. Dudes can't run shit. And that's sexist too. But it's true. They are not natural organizers. They are not natural getting shit doneers. If I want to get shit done at work, give me a woman, and we will finally make some moves.
Dudes can,
In my bouse.
yeah.
Bouse and making moves.
So, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah,
Whatever.
I just get it. I thought it was real too. And if you think it's real, it's like you accept it even though it's hard for you. Like you still accept
Yeah, because that's your lot. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
it. You know, this is a sacrifice, but sacrifice for God. So I'll like be submissive, even though it's not in my nature, and like do 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 do. And then, but the truth of the matter is that it's not true. Like it's just not true. And I wish that it was. Like I was happier before. Like believe me, because I was.
Oh no, you were.
Oh, I was ignorant. Yeah, well, happier in a different way. I'm happier now because my life is authentic. But you feel on a day-to-day less complex feelings.
Oh wow, I don't feel that way at all.
Oh, yeah, I do. So, but anyway, like
That's interesting.
Wanting it to be true, I did too. It's not. And I wish that it was.
I don't.
It's not. Well, I wish for them that it was, I guess is more accurate. Like I wish
Yeah.
who it makes happy, like I guess it's true for them because like
yeah, it's true for them. And that's their truth.
rejected.
And if they're not bothering anybody, fine. And there are beautiful, wonderful people who truly don't feel depressed. And in their daily life, they don't feel that way because they have super supportive husbands and they have a fun, happy home life and they have everything going. So that's wonderful. And we know many of them.
With lies.
We'll say that again.
They're brainwashing their children with lies.
Yeah. Well, there's that. I don't know how any child today with TikTok and all the things stays in it. I don't know how.
I don't know. Like if you
I don't even know how that works.
For 1 second, you're like, oh,
yeah, yeah. Like people are leaving the churches in droves.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know a single atheist growing up. Not one that I knew of. No. And my son, all of his friends are, even though their parents are not, they are. Like a ton of his friends are. They have some people in his friend group, like one's Jewish and one's Islam, I think, or something. So they have like a mix, but for the most part, they're all very religious free.
That's cool.
Yeah, but that wasn't me growing up at all. Yeah, it's weird. It's 7:50. I'm tired.
You're tired too. This has been a low energy show. You can tell that we want to just crawl into bed.
I know. I'm sorry, everybody.
Gosh, we're sorry, everybody. You know what? To repent, I will show you this tardigrade. It looks like a butthole.
What is that?
It's a tardigrade.
What?
You know tardigrade? You do.
I have no idea what you're talking about. A tardigrade?
Yes.
No.
Oh,
no idea.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited to show you this. I'm so excited to introduce you to tardigrades. Oh my gosh.
What?
Oh my gosh, it's an animal.
Yeah.
It's going. That's what it looks like. They're water.
Oh my gosh.
They're water bears. They're water bears.
What?
They look like.
Is this a microscopic thing?
Yes.
Eight-legged. A phylum of 8.
Look at it. It wants to cuddle with you.
That is horrific. It has little claws.
Yeah, it wants to cuddle with you. It wants to play with you. Look. And then look
What
at
in
here.
the
It
hell?
wants to play with you.
Ew! No! No! No!
I
No!
want to play with you. I want to play with you.
This is horrible. I my son would know what the hell that thing is.
I want to play with you.
No, you're not
Playing with anybody. That is horrifying.
What in the hell is that thing? No.
Play with you.
No, it looks like a ginger root. You eat it on accident. What does that do? Is this a stress ball?
Yes.
That is weird. Now I need one.
You need
I do. I need it. I need it.
that is fun.
I need to get my son one of those.
Swimming.
Maybe he'll ask for a tank of them for his
Birthday, so we can have more animals in this freaking house.
Water.
I wonder how big that thing is. Like, how big is that thing? How big is that? No, not that thing. The real thing. I can see that thing.
We're showing you skin. Stupid.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's look.
Let me see.
Let's look. Come here, little water bear. Oh,
No, get that freaking thing away from me.
water bear.
How big? Stop. 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 Size of.
Oh, tardigrade. Oh, these you got to scroll past that. That tells you not to.
0.5.
0.5. 0.5 millimeters.
When fully grown, they are short.
We eat those. We probably eat them all the time.
They are shortened with 4 pairs of legs, each end with claws, suction discs.
What? A
Tardigrades
low
are
power.
prevalent in mosses and lichens and feed on plant cells, algae.
Oh, I hate that thing. I hate these. This is the creep. This is what's creepy. There's little shit like that all over us.
I saw my own shadow. I got scared. Clearly, I'm also creeped out by the tardigrade.
Yes, it's creepy.
What were you saying?
It's just creepy. Those things are everywhere. There's little microscopic things that we eat. We eat tardigrades. I'm sure of it. I've had one.
You
On accident.
myself have had a tardigrade upon my.
It's creepy. Creepy.
You can see the pink in my hair in this light.
What?
You can see the pink in my hair on this light. In this light.
So cute.
Oh my gosh, we're lame tonight.
We're so lame. But I'll tell you,
This is
all of our emotional energy went into the lost episode.
the lost episode. That's what we're gonna call it.
Good.
Forever, the lost episode.
Another one passed. We have to skip the number in the sequence.
And true. And you know what also happened is that when we logged in today, we just went straight to the show. And usually we spend some catching up time, like talking and getting caught up.
No, we didn't juice.
I feel I feel disconnected from you. This is what happens, ladies and gentlemen.
I don't think there's any gentlemen,
but in case there are.
Just in case. Wait, you see, I don't think there's any gentlemen.
Yeah. Wait, do we have gentlemen followers?
Of course, there's gentlemen followers. Are you kidding? Look at us.
Oh, true. I mean, who could resist? This is what people do. They troll the internet for views of preppy hair, preppy spiky hair,
Preppy, would you say?
and boob boils.
Boils? It's not a boil. It's not a
I got a boob burn. I got a boob burn. Should we show everybody? Here, let me show everybody. Hold on.
You showing your sexy bod? What are you? That is too much boob.
was trying to join you. I had a burn. I think I scarred my boot forever. Rolling up a freaking curling iron.
Was I on the phone when that happened?
No, I told you about it.
You told me about it.
I sent you a picture. I was like a boob. I burned my boob. I literally barely tapped it too, and it just like instant scarring.
Oh,
Sorry. Are we gonna get censored for that?
you didn't show anything.
I don't think so. But
It was getting close though. The
Oh, I
target
was-
was like, I'm gonna go cut it.
oh my gosh. Anyway, so yeah, gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, this is where we were going with that. We need to get pumped up. We prime each other, we're primed up, we get caught up, and we felt disconnected today because we haven't been able to we sent each other random stuff throughout the last couple of days, but we haven't spent time actually talking about them and telling the full story. So back in my mind, I'm like, I gotta ask her about this and this and this, and I gotta tell her about this and this and this, and so all that's flipping around over here, and it's taking away from our show.
Right. And thus, we cannot recover from the lost episode because we're combating not only not connecting before our show started, but
Yes.
also the emotional scarring that happened last week.
Yeah.
No. And we should have recorded last night when it was the Gemini moon. It's like a Gemini.
Yeah. Well, I was ready and I was pumped up and I was actually on the Zoom call. I had it on and up and ready, and I was like,
Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
yeah, I sat there forever, and then you never came on, and I was like, okay, so I'm just gonna watch some TV because it was in my living room, so I could see you, and you never showed up, and I was like,
Never.
after
Never.
an hour and a half, I was like, okay, so I would turn it off.
No, I would never let you.
I know you wouldn't do it. So then I got psychotic, and I was like, if she's dead, I'm going to lay in the street and die. So I need to plan for this. I need to plan for my own laying in the street and dying. So then I started freaking out, and then I remembered I have location from you from whenever, and every once in a while you looked at mine, and I was like, I wonder if I have location of hers, and then you did. I did. So I saw that you were at home, and I was like, she's fine. But then I thought, what if somebody came in there and killed them all, and then her phone's just laying there? This is what went through my mind. So then I was like, but what if she's just in a deep conversation? So then I just sent words of love because I didn't want to send words of fright. And so I just sent you words of love, and then I went to sleep and I had bad dreams. Until you texted in the middle of the night, and then I was like, that was her. And then I woke up.
I texted and I was like, oh my gosh, it's 3 a.m. So what happened is I laid down. So we were all tired. And so I put my daughter a little earlier than normal. And I was like, oh, I have until 8. I was like, I'm gonna take a nap and just set an alarm. So I did so, and it was set. But my drunk ass, I don't know. Like, I guess I was so tired that I slept through it, or I turned it off, or like, I have no recollection at all. And I woke up at 3 a.m. and I was like, what time is it? Did I miss the show?
Yes, you missed the show. You missed the show.
I'm so sorry to waste your time like that. I would never do that.
You did. I just sat down and watched my show, Dickinson, and then I had a fine time. I was just me and the kitty. It was fine. But then it moved to tonight, and I have my boy because we're Christmasing. Yeah. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, this one's going to be a bit of a bum deal. But hey, you got free boob action, and we talked about
save it.
sucking D. So there you go. That is our show.
It's